We are in the final stages of patriarchy, my friends. Like, this is the last hoorah. And we're going to see it play out as more of these numbers come out regarding women opting out of motherhood, opting out of being wives, opting out of being submissive and male centered. We're going to see it. And so, this video is part two to my most recent video regarding the power struggle and the power dynamics between men and women when it pertains to relationships. And basically, in that video, I discussed how women have the ultimate power and authority to really shut this shit down, to really fuck this shit up. And of course, men don't like that. Men do not like the idea of women having any sort of power or any sort of leverage when it pertains to really anything besides the kitchen. And so now we're here. And of course, in that video, I discussed how in the beginning, women were able to leverage sex to get whatever they wanted out of men. Understandably so, men shouldn't want to be taken advantage of, and instead of pivoting and saying, okay, well, I need to approach relationships in a more healthy and constructive way that isn't so transactional when it pertains to sex, not letting sex be the primary drive for why you interact with women, you decided to find something to leverage power back into your hands, and that then brought up marriage. Women control access to sex, men control access to marriage and commitment. And of course, that gave men more power over women, choosing them and settling for them. But then, of course, that shifted once men are now coming forward, one after the other, saying that there is really no benefit in marriage, and everything that you can achieve with a woman in modernity can happen outside of marriage. So now women are realizing that they got played yet again. And so now they're like, yo, I'll continue to give you sex. I'll continue to give you access because guess what? Women actually like sex too. But they're just not going to give you their children. They're not going to have children with you. I believe that that is the biggest Uno reverse. But what this new shift in the power dynamic suggests is what we are beginning to see now, where there are endless podcasters, specifically red pill podcasters, propping up themselves and even propping up their wives to preach this message of women should no longer have rights. They want to take your rights away because men are incapable of actually evolving how they approach relationships, evolving their perspective of women. They would much rather revert to a time that is no longer. So we are quite literally in the final stage. And this stage will determine which direction we go. Will we revert back to a society where women are no longer liberated and free to choose for themselves what they want to do with their lives? Or will men evolve to make themselves more viable candidates to reproduce with? That's what this stage will tell us here shortly. Because it's not like it's not up in the air. It's not like y'all can't feel it. It's happening. And it's going to happen. It is an inevitability. Because with any society, even within your own self, you are struggling with the old versus the new. You're struggling with how you can evolve versus how you can repeat. The loop will repeat for as long as we have men stuck in this mindset that women owes you anything. The entitlement and this idea that men are supposed to have some sort of superiority over women. This is why we're going down this path, and this is why men and women who are on the women's side should fight like hell and not allow what is to come. It is inevitable. They're going to try it. And I think that that's where my mission comes in. As a trans man who took the red pill and subscribed to patriarchal ideology, it is my mission now to dismantle every single aspect of it until it disintegrates. I want to keep women free. I want to keep myself free. And so, let's see what happens next.